street dudes don't care about that stuff. You know what I mean? They want to see who got knocked out. You know what I mean? And if you want to please the streets, you got to knock people out. So.
I'm standing here with Tony Fulilani, the boxing coach here at the Ultimate Combat Training Center. You may recognize him. He's fought George Foreman, Bert Cooper, Jim Young, some of the biggest names in the business. Not only that, this guy's a great coach. He's already coached the guy to the silver medal in the Olympics. He's not only a great fighter, but a great coach and a great guy. Tony, tell the folks out there in TV land where they should go to learn how to box.
You better find me at UCTC, West Valley, Utah. You're going to find the best coach in the world. Okay.
All right. Do you want to be an ultimate fighter? Or do you just want to get in the best shape of your life? Well, come on down to the Ultimate Combat Training Center in Kearns. There's something here for everybody. From hardcore team training to award-winning kids classes to no-contact women's kickboxing. UCTC has assembled the top instructors in boxing, kickboxing, Jiu Jitsu, mixed martial arts, and fitness classes including flamenco, dance, ballet, tone, and breakdancing. For more information, give us a call at 967-5295 or check us out on the web at uceslc.com. Boxers, kickboxers, martial artists, fighters of all skill levels. Answer the bell for the most exciting show in town. Knuckle up in the Ultimate Combat experience. Amateur, pro-am, and professional level fighters fight in their own divisions. See what you're made of and earn a little while you're at it. Do you have what it takes? Find out in the Ultimate Combat experience. For more information, give us a call at 967-5295. That's 967-5295. Welcome back to the Ultimate Combat Experience. If you're just joining us, we're going through the knockouts from back in the day. Round number one, we're going to focus on kickboxing right now. And the postman, Adam Faulkner, obviously needs no introduction if you've been around for any length of time. Also, Chago, Juan Pollock, and the Coconut Tree. Stick around, kickboxing knockouts.
Well, that's a bit of a change for Adam too. I've noticed as the as the rounds go on in Ultimate Combat, he's actually started to talk more of the talk, along with walking the walk.
Is that Joe the Flurry Yuri working his corner there?
Yes, it is, and he's standing up, so you notice him over there too.
Getting in front of that camera. That might be a mistake on the postman's part there. Joe the Flurry. Saw him fight before.
We're underway with 3 2-minute rounds here, and both of these fighters kind of sizing each other up, but as is usually the case with Adam, he'll start trying to work at the foundation of his opponent with those kicks and then come over the top with a big hand, and there you see a couple of them.
It's the pinpoint accuracy that I like about Adam is he doesn't waste a whole lot of energy or a whole lot of punches. Just about anything he throws lands, and look at how he nicely sets it up with the right and lands the left.
Boy, and he's so aware, too, of his opponent's actions. You know, he'll take what the opponent gives him, and you see Jamel not doing a great job of protecting his head at the moment, and Adam's capitalizing on that over the top, making contact with almost every punch.
One thing Adam likes to do is tattoo those legs. He loves to give you leg kicks. He wants the guy walking around next week cursing his name because he took those leg kicks. The thing about Adam, too, I like what I'm seeing here is he's gotten so patient now, and you get the feeling he could end this anytime he wanted to.
Good night.
He just did, and he just patiently set that kick up, and it was good night, Jamel Jarvis.
He's tapping.
I've never seen anybody tap on a kickboxing match.
I haven't either.
Well, maybe those were those illegal moves he's been practicing. He's working on the wrong sport there.
Gotta go back and see which video it was he was learning off of, but
that's like going for a touchdown in a basketball game.
Adam had him in the rhythm of watching for that right hand, and then he just brought that leg up. There's the kick. Good combination. Now watch this, coming right up with the kick. Bang! Right to the side of the head.
Good night, Jamel.
Dropped him like a sack of potatoes.
Did he say he was practicing legal or illegal moves? Boy, there's your winner, and he's still undefeated inside the ropes of Ultimate Combat. We like this guy. Adam Faulkner, congratulations once again.
Watch out for the coconut tree.
I'm kind of liking that analogy of the coconut tree.
I was a little confused.
You can see Kennison wearing the red, white, and blue headgear here as we get things started. Lapali, I'll stick with the last name, Lapali, goes with the black.
Kennison coming out with a couple kicks right off the bat, using his reach, throwing the jab. And you can see LaPalle is just looking to muscle his way in.
Well, and where a lot of our fighters, just a little stumble there, Ethan's going to step in and clean up the gloves a little bit. I think the coconut tree stumbled a little bit. This LaPalle kid, we talk about fighters that don't throw that good straight hand. Boy, he does, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. And Kennison's doing a pretty good job of using his reach and sticking that jab out there. He's got to follow it with something. With a power puncher like this, you've got to stop him with a 1-2.
There's a good left hand again from Abraham Kennison. But LaPalle not phased by it at all, I don't think.
No, that jab's not going to stop LaPalle. That's why I say you got to follow with a nice cross just to stop him in his tracks a little bit, because once he gets a full steam ahead, he's tough to stop.
Yeah, LaPalle tries to do a bit of a spinning kick there, and a minute ago Abraham Kennison did the same thing. Now he throws one back. It's almost like they're saying tit for tat. If you can do it, I can do it too.
Tit for tat.
Watch out for coconuts.
Tat for tit.
LaPalle is just a powerful kid, and I think, we talk about the physicality of Kennison, but you can see that
Whoa!
LaPalle is much more powerful.
Boy, and there was a
nice uppercut.
good camera shot of some combinations that hurt Kennison.
Put Kennison down to the canvas.
It's called pina colada.
Oh, man. Forget the blender. LaPalle's mixing the drinks right here. Man. Yeah, but look at Kennison. To his credit, he's coming back out after that. He took some good shots up against the rope.
Yeah, he did. I didn't think he was going to get back up from that, but it looks like he's done it. He got caught with another left hand, sending him back to the ropes.
Walked right into it, and then you see LaPalle come in with a front push kick and a combination right hand over the top.
And saved by the bell there, Abraham Kennison.
No kidding. Relentless at this point. Paella LaPalle. All right.
The Island Warrior.
Getting some help in the corner. Abraham Kennison taking a long drink of water.
The Priority 1 Bell Bonds combat cam, you can see where LaPalle just overpowering Abraham Kennison. Even his jabs look like they hurt.
Yeah, you can see the head of...
Big uppercut right there. Snaps it back.
And that wasn't even when Kennison... Well, it was when Kennison went down. We just got a reverse angle on it here. We'll see how much recovery time Kennison needs to actually put himself in contention here for round number 2. But
he's pretty alert right there in his corner. You see the medics in there checking on him, and looks like he's ready to go.
Round 2 coming up in just a minute. Stay with us.
Ultimate Combat is looking for...
Welcome back to SummerSlam 2003. We're just getting ready for round 2 in a matchup between Abraham Kennison and Paella LaPalle.
I think we've agreed to call him the Island Warrior. It's a little easier than the coconut tree. It's been a good matchup so far, but Paella LaPalle just overpowering Abraham Kennison, knocked him to the canvas once in the first round, had him struggling up against the ropes at the end of the round. I see LaPalle way ahead on the judges' scorecards.
Look at Kennison fight back, though. He took advantage of that rest in between round 1 and round 2. Comes back with a good kick to the side of the head of LaPalle.
You can see Kennison's got a martial arts background. He's just got to learn to turn those hips over on those kicks for more power. See how he snaps him back right there. He's got to follow through. He'll have more effectiveness with it. LaPalle down on his knee.
Well, and he's holding
he comes up and decks Kennison.
What's going to happen here? He actually had a hold of Kennison's leg while he threw that punch. And now the ringside medics are saying that Kennison's out over here.
It's done. What a strange finish to this fight. LaPalle way out ahead on the judges' scorecard, but I think he's going to get disqualified here for that late punch.
Well, on a punch while the referee was stepping in and while he had a hold of the right or the left leg of Abraham Kennison, leaving him in a very awkward position.
In his defense, when he was down on his knee, Abraham kept punching him as well. And then he just, I guess instinctively came up and Abraham should stop punching here. Actually, the referee should step in and stop it.
Well, and Ethan was.
And then bang, over the top.
Well, that's a tough spot for a referee because he was actually stepping in to give Abraham Kennison a warning. And just as he did that, LaPalle, while holding the leg, just levels Kennison with a left hand.
Oh, my goodness.
Let's see how they call this.
See how they call this.
And well, now LaPalle's going over to check on him, and Kennison says he's okay, but the referees knew immediately that Kennison wasn't getting up to go anymore in this one. Disqualified both of them, just as you had predicted, Mike. A tough spot. Bit of a smile on the face of Abraham Kennison.
It's the only way you could have called that.
Yeah, Mike, I would think having a guy like Brandon around for promoters got to be like having an angel there to get him a string at all times.
Oh, he's a godsend. We had a couple guys back out on us tonight, and you know you can always count on the tough guys. You call them up at home, and yeah, I'll come down and fight. I don't care who it is, just get me in the ring. He's normally an NHB fighter. He's even crossing over into kickboxing just to do me a favor tonight.
Weighed in at 175, and like he said, he did not want. He might be brave enough to step inside the ropes, but he's pretty scared of a microphone.
I think he's just a little camera shy.
Don't tell him he's on camera right now. He did not want to talk to us leading up to tonight's matchup against this guy, and there isn't a whole lot left to be said about Juan Pollock.
Well, Chago's never short on words. I'm sure he'll give us an interview tonight. Chago's going to speak with his hands and feet, though, as well. He's really gotten better in this tournament as time's gone on.
5'10", 164. Has Jimmy sort of warmed up to Jimmy's jab shack yet, or is he still upset at us for that one?
He's still upset we say Jimmy don't jog.
All right. Here's what Chago had to say.
I've been doing good the last couple of rounds of making it to the finals. Just haven't got that trophy yet. Hopefully I do that this round. Just Keith Simpkin. That's why I've been lifting weights. And last fight, it was a close fight, but obviously I'm going to have to knock him out, so I got to get my arms a little bit stronger. I hope you're ready to get knocked out, because that's what I'm going to be trying.
Isn't that funny? We're just starting out with week number 1, and he's already talking about Semkin.
And the Keith Semkin told me he's taking the round off. Chago just has a one-track mind. Keith Semkin.
Well, we better focus on what's at hand right here as we get started with what should be 3 2-minute rounds if we go that far.
Oh, and I tell you what, he better be focused on this kid. This Brannon Melendez kid's got some really heavy hands. We've seen him fight before in the NHB division, and he's knocking people out.
The reason those hands are so heavy is because of those biceps. Man, this guy's in good shape.
He lifts women for fun.
Yeah, man. And right now, Chago's taking a fair amount of abuse to start this fight.
Yeah, Melendez doing a really nice job coming in and making the transition into kickboxing. You know, normally no-holds-barred fighters have a hard time. They always want to tie up and take you down, but he's doing a really nice job of keeping his hands out in front of him and working his jab and following up with some nice heavier punches.
Yeah, he's also thrown a couple of kicks to try and set up that right hand, so he's at least been watching the kickboxers.
You know, I've never seen Melendez kick before, and he actually looks like he's doing some pretty decent stuff. Nice kick by Chago, though, up to the head.
Yeah, no kidding. Pushed his opponent right out of camera shot there. Stepping in. Well, you see Melendez, you're right, he's not afraid to go toe-to-toe and mix it up here. I don't know what Ethan's calling a timeout, maybe for an equipment adjustment or something.
I think he lost his mouthpiece a few minutes ago, and they're just cleaning it off and getting it back into him there. See Tim Wilde working his corner there. Tim Wilde, another fine fighter out of the Ogden area. Used to be in the tournament back in round 1.
Well, that's twice we've seen Chago take that kick all the way to the head of Melendez. He missed with it, and Melendez now follows up and gets Chago right back up against the ropes.
Like Chago paid for it there. Took a nice heavy shot to the chin. Chago, remember, he never used to be a kicker. He's a boxer and that jumped into kickboxing, and now he's actually starting to get some kicks.
He's missing with that right hand, but he's tagged him a couple of times with the left hand over the top. Ethan again steps in, looks like giving a bit of a warning there.
Surprisingly enough, Ethan's not had to step in and give too many warnings with this guy that doesn't do kickboxing.
You saw a little bit of an indication of his no-holds-barred background. He grabbed the leg of Chago, and Ethan didn't step in, but he did give him a few words on not to do that.
Oh, and a nice exchange here to finish the round. Both these guys want to come out and send a statement to the other.
Boy, and most of that abuse coming the way of Melendez. Chago just continuing to power forward, but didn't even make Melendez step back, I don't think.
No, and the crowd loves to see that kind of action, especially from these big guys. You see here on your herbalmuscle.com combat cam where Melendez landed a big left hand to Chago, sent him back into the ropes, and followed up with a nice flurry.
And then watch the flurry that ended the round here.
Chago doing a nice job to finish the round. That's a tough round to score, but you know, like you said, I think Melendez was just a little more powerful and was pushing Chago around just a little bit for the most part in that round.
Yeah, most of those punches were hitting their target. Melendez just kept powering forward.
I think he was trying to wear down Chago's fist there.
Well, we'll see if that helped any as we head into round number 2, and Cammy helping us get there. Round number 2 of this one scheduled for 3.
Let's see what adjustments old Jimmy Don't Jog had for Chago here, and see if he got him set back in the right motion to win this fight.
Look at that, a combination from Melendez. First with a kick, followed it with a right hand, and Chago drops that left hand. Big mistake.
And Melendez throwing a little uppercut there, too. You don't see that traditionally from guys that don't have a lot of ring experience. It's nice work. I'm really impressed with what Melendez done today so far.
Both of them exchanging kicks there. Not a lot of power behind either one of them. Both of these guys, I think, want to win this fight with their fists.
Chago with his traditional feint and come over the top, just missing there.
See if Chago goes into that drop the hands and stick the chin out there style of taunting a little bit.
I think he's probably got his bell rung a little bit in round one. I don't know if he wants to be doing that with this Melendez kid. He might get hurt.
Whoa, man, there's
Wow.
a kick. I said in the first round he had put two of those kicks right upside of Melendez's head. This one happens to make contact.
I'll tell you what, it made contact, and I don't think Melendez is getting up.
He is not.
That was a big kick, and we were saying earlier that Chago's not a kicker. He was a boxer, but look what he's got. He's got some big kicks now.
Even with the best of the kickers, you don't see many fights end this way. Watch.
Oh, you see here in your HerbalMuscle.com combat cam, he caught him just on the side of the head, just underneath the chin, and sent Brannon Melendez to the canvas.
Boy, and I thought it was his foot, but it was more almost all the way up to
The shin.
the shin right there. He got that way up there. The winner is Juan Chago Pollock with a big right kick.
Melendez ain't done, though. He'll be back, I guarantee it. You may have recognized the guy that Juan Chago Pollock just knocked out. That's Brannon Melendez. Brandon was just kind of hanging out in the back room when Juan Chago Pollock's opponent didn't show up. Brandon stepped up, got his arm broken, blocking a kick, and then got beat up, got knocked out by Chago. Y'all know he went on to fight in the UFC. You know, he's kind of made a name for himself. Now, when we come back, we're going to see some other guys that might have made a little bit of a name for themselves. In fact, there's a guy that owns a gym here in town. Pretty tough kid, man. You might recognize him, Brannon Reese, when we come back.
Boxers, kickboxers, martial artists, fighters of all skill levels. Answer the bell for the most exciting show in town. Knuckle up in the ultimate combat experience. Amateur, pro-am, and professional level fighters fight in their own divisions. See what you're made of and earn a little while you're at it. Do you have what it takes? Find out in the ultimate combat experience. For more information, give us a call at 967-5295. That's 967-5295.
This segment, we're going to take a look at some of the wrestlers that actually got some knockouts. In fact, Chris King and Eddie Zimmer, they put on a great show. But stick around, because one of the most accomplished wrestlers we've ever had come out of the state of Utah, Brannon Reese, steps into the ring.
Let me ask you from a training standpoint, though, Mike, if you've got a fighter coming in here, obviously you want a well-rounded guy, but don't you want to fight your fight and not just wait and see what the other guy brings you?
I think Sugar's saying some things, but I know what his game plan is. He wants to stand up with this kid. He's a good wrestler, and I think what he's trying to allude to there is that if we do go to the ground, I can hold my own, but his plan is to stay on his feet and drop bombs, which he landed a couple shots before Chris King was able to shoot in here.
Yeah, but now he finds himself down on the mat, so we'll have to see how strong his wrestling ability is here, as Chris King does have the prominent position here on top, although Eddie's got a pretty good lock on his head here.
Well, Chris King come out to the side here, which takes the pressure off the chokehold. He's doing a good job of that. I don't think Eddie Zimmer has a tight enough choke or hold on here to get him to tap.
We may have to bring him back in and reset here. I had a lot of that tonight with guys going outside the ropes. Normally we don't have to reset that many times, but Lonnie Foster stands him back up. And again, Zimmer comes in trying to throw a big punch, but I think Chris King did a good job of closing that gap.
Yeah, you know, I mean, Eddie Zimmer, he kind of rushed him again, and that's what happened in the last fight. He was rushing in on this Chris King kid. You don't want to do that. He wants to use his footwork, move around, and land 1-2 shots. He's got some pretty good boxing skills.
And now he gets a little spring in his step. fakes like he's coming in, and man, he takes a right hand from Chris King. Wow.
He took a shot there. So Chris King saying, I can play both ways too. Stand up or go down. I can hang either way.
But for the third time, again, both of these guys very active. For the third time, Lonnie's going to step in, or is he?
He's going to let him continue here. He's just watching them. He's talked to them, make sure they're aware of the position they're in.
Zimmer's butt was on that table over there.
He's doing a good job. As long as those ropes don't get in their way, he's going to let him continue, and it looks like he's going to stop him now.
Now they are in the way.
He just unhooked the hand there and kept telling him to keep going.
Good job by our referee, Lonnie Foster, here. And so Zimmer's not going to have much luck in trying to lock the head as long as those arms are in there. And he's still, Chris King that is, still within the guard of Eddie Zimmer. And we've got pretty much a look at what we had the last fight.
Zimmer doing a good job of climbing up the body here, though. If he's able to isolate one of those arms, push to the side, he does have the potential to look for an arm lock here. I don't know that Eddie Zimmer has enough submission experience to do that. Well, he just gave up a good position. Now
he really did.
He pulled Chris King over into where Chris King was in a full mount. Then Zimmer was able to reverse him, and he's in Chris King's guard.
Somebody's bleeding a little bit there, it looks like, on the side of Eddie Zimmer. Not sure where that's coming from, but Zimmer now applying an elbow right to the face of Chris King, which you have said before, Mike, is more of an annoyance than anything else.
Wrestlers don't really respond to that, though. Wrestlers are used to being uncomfortable. They've been held in bad positions for most of their lives, so those little things might bother some street fighters, but a wrestler really isn't going to annoy all that much.
Well, you can see Eddie, we talked about the fact that he likes to fight standing up. He's decided that if he's going to have to do it down here, he's still going to be very busy with his hands, and so we come to the end of the first round.
That's a good first round, and it'd be a tough one to score because you've got Chris King taking the takedowns, but you had Eddie Zimmer landing a couple of shots here and there, so tough match to score.
All right, Mike, that ought to tickle your trout, huh?
Not really sure what that means, Robert.
There's a right hand and a left hand from Zimmer that did some damage, I think, momentarily anyway, to Chris King, and we're ready to go with round number 2.
Zimmer doing a little better job here of being on his toes and moving around, not engaging. Oh, big right hand.
Oh, goodness, that will do it, don't you think?
Yeah, that is going to do it. Lonnie Foster has stepped in. One of the nice things about NHB fighting, I want to point this out, it's a safer sport than boxing. You don't get a standing 8 count. You don't get a continue. If you're stunned by a shot like that, the fight is over. Lonnie Foster doing a great job of stepping in there and stopping this thing.
I'll tell you there, Zimmer, you're right. Learn something from that first round against Chris King. He waited and waited on the outside, let Chris King be the one to step in, and then he just laid the bomb on him. Bam!
Oh, right on the button there. Nice shot by Eddie Zimmer.
2 or 3 times after they got stood up in the first round, Zimmer was the first one to lunge in, so he waited for that opportunity, and it paid off. Your winner, we call him Sugar. It's Eddie Zimmer tonight.
It makes him look a little tougher if that was possible.
You can always tell an experienced wrestler, they all suffer from that cauliflower ear, don't they?
I promised the Cloud I wouldn't call him the Clown, so hopefully we won't see any clowning around from the Cloud tonight.
Well, he's already making some pretty good faces there, but here they go. They're going to touch the leather. Well, I slap the leather and get started here.
Yeah, Clyde comes out and lands a nice little kick to Brannon Reese. Looks like it had an effect on him, but did nothing but make him mad.
Well, there's the wrestling background of Ruiz as he takes far right down to the mat, but Alex Farr, to his credit, gets to his feet, at least momentarily.
Well, you can see Brannon Reese is just way more powerful than Alex Farr, and he's just kind of ragdolling him here.
You can see Jeremy Haskell, our referee at this point, because Alex almost completely off of the ring side there. Sets him up and stands him up back in the center of the ring. We'll get back underway with action here.
I wonder if Jeremy has any shirts with sleeves on them.
Wow, I don't know. You see Alex get slammed to the mat one more time, and now Ruiz is using that left hand, left forearm, left elbow, everything he can do to throw to the head of Alex Farr.
You can see striking is not his forte. He's definitely a grappler, and you see he's got great position, keeping Alex Farr where he wants him, and just doing a little bit of damage with the strikes, but not much.
Still has
Alex trying to get a drink over there.
They're one of those guys' drinks.
That's happened a couple of weeks in a row where people sitting ringside have gotten somewhat of a bath there. So we talk about being close to the action when you come to the live event. That definitely is the case, as you can see. Boy, Brannon better look up. He's trying to readjust that glove, and almost as if it's a pesky mosquito, tells Alex to step back a second while he gets ready to beat him up.
Well, Brannon's used to amateur wrestling. Nice big shot there. Wow. Well, I think the cloud is done.
Alex is completely out of the ring now. Someone grabbed his legs. I think one of our ringside medics grabbed his legs to make sure he didn't fall completely out.
Somebody made Brannon Reese mad, and that's the end result there. Brannon's a wrestler, but decided, enough of this, I'm going to knock this guy out.
Yeah, you said striking wasn't his forte, but he gets a good shot in right there.
Nice shot to the chin, and good night, Cloud.
Did you guys see that gesture that he made? I don't think that meant have a nice day, Cloud.
You see Alex rolling over back into the ring here. He thinks the fight's still on, guys. He's
Reese demonstrating how he did it there. The old 1-2.
He thinks he won the fight.
What was that?
Who would have thunk it? A wrestler, Brannon Reese, getting a big KO like that. When we come back, we're going to take a look at some of the guys that might have gone on to some bigger and better things, but they got their start right here in the UCE. Welcome back to the Ultimate Combat Experience. We're continuing our special episode, Knockouts from Round 1, where there's a couple names you're going to recognize. Ryan Gubler, Stephen Razor Sharp, and Brandon Melendez. Check out some of their early work.
Well, we know two things about him. He's trained and he's crazy.
That's one crazy cat there, man.
He talks like he's a little crazy. Well, I'll tell you, Razor showing some nice tattoos here, though.
Well, he looks like the wrecker, similar to big chest tattoos and everything there. Kind of built the same, too.
Comes right out swinging. Boy, look at this.
Wow, nice. See, you can see he's got some pretty good boxing skill there. And lands a knee that winds up on his butt. And it looks like the crazy Cloud winds up in full mount position here.
Yeah. Is that blood on the ground already?
I think the crazy Cloud got cut
on
the nose on his way in, and he's in a pretty good position here on top of Razor Sharp.
Boy, if this goes very far, we could have a mess here with that amount of blood early on. We're only 30 seconds into this match.
He's going to be the crazy Cloud if he doesn't be careful.
Stephen doing a good job of covering up right here, though.
He's doing a fine job of blocking punches, but I wouldn't want to be down underneath all that blood dripping down on me.
You see, we talked about Sharp, who he trains with, and he came out looking a lot like Dinsley, didn't he?
Looked just like him right off the bat. Came out and throwing some big bombs. Accurate punches as well. And he has kind of long arms, it seems. He came out and landed some pretty good punches. Doing a good job of holding his opponent in tight here to minimize the effect of these punches.
And in the meantime, moving his head and using his arms to deflect a lot of those punches coming from Gerald Godfrey. Now starts to roll over.
He doesn't want to do that. And he was fortunate enough to almost come out on top, and then the crazy Cloud thwarted that. One thing we mentioned that he was blocking all those punches there. Lonnie Foster's really quick to get on top there and make sure these fighters aren't just taking punches without defending them.
But I'll tell you what, Sharp doesn't care whether he's on his back, on his side, on top, on bottom. He's going to be busy with his hand. Throwing a lot of punches, and the crowd there ringside really loving this action.
Both these guys are throwing a lot of punches. The crazy Cloud hasn't stopped throwing punches since this thing started.
There's not much behind a lot of those, though.
He should be an arm lock right there if he had been looking for it. He just looks like he's more intent on punching Razor Sharp there.
Yeah, these guys are both going to be worn out soon, it looks like. Punching themselves out early.
You can see Sharp's arms extended there. I don't know that the crazy Cloud's too adept at how you just turn the corner and put an arm lock on right there.
Boy, we have got a bloodbath here in the first round of this matchup, and I don't know what it's going to be like if we end up going to a judge's scorecard and go three-minute rounds of this. But
well, at this, you can see clearly that crazy Cloud, Gerald Godfrey, has got the advantage here. He's landed a lot of shots. He's winning this first round rather easily, but he's not done anything to finish the fight. And you see his Razor Sharp is pretty tough. He's sustained a lot of blows and really been defending himself nicely. 20
seconds left in this first round. Now Sharp rolls him over, and although he's technically within the guard of Godfrey, he starts to take advantage.
Doesn't seem to care, Lonnie Foster's going to stop this and start him back up on our feet.
Lonnie also keeping a close eye on the blood. I think it's just a bloody nose, not really any damage as far as broken or anything else, but we're going to end the first round just that way. Man.
Well, yeah, Stephen Sharp obviously took the blunt of that. He was shortening his stick there. We'll see what he can do coming out in the second round.
He just looks like he's more out of gas than hurt at this point. And there's Robert Densley. We've been telling you about him training with him for the past little while.
He's a priority one Bell Bonds combat. And you see how Sharp came out really strong at the first. Landed some big punches to get started. And I think he tried to throw a knee here and wound up on his butt as a slip, but Darryl Godfrey capitalized and gets on top and lands some big shots out of full mount position.
And Godfrey there doing what he did most of the first round, and that is just fend off right and left hands coming from Darryl Godfrey.
It's fine.
Now they're telling him breathe, take some deep breaths, lean back in your corner, and then you see Godfrey. We'll take a look at round 2 when we come back on Ultimate Combat. Welcome back to SummerSlam 2003, the Ultimate Combat Experience. Tim Hughes along with Mike Stidham, Rob Rovita, and getting ready for the second round between Stephen Razor Sharp and Darryl Crazy Cloud Godfrey.
Darryl Godfrey huffing and puffing over there in his corner. He did burn a lot of energy up, but he clearly won that first round.
Took us a little extra time to get some of the blood cleaned up out of the ring here, and we're ready to go back just like we started the fight, too.
This is where Stephen Sharp wants to be. He's got long arms. He's got reach on this kid. He's got pretty good boxing skills.
Yeah, you can see him starting to use that spacing to his advantage here. Now he wants to have a takedown and almost
changed his mind.
Yeah, changed his mind halfway there.
That's too many calories to burn to not finish the takedown. He took him down and let him right back up.
So they'll get back in the boxing mode here, and boy, look at Sharp get the hands right through there, getting punches right to the bridge of the nose.
Yeah, he's accurate with those punches. He landed a nice combination there. Big left hand.
Man!
Sends Darryl Godfrey to the ground, and then Lonnie Foster quickly steps in and puts a stop to this fight.
It does not take long for Lonnie Foster, our referee, to say, this is over.
Yeah, and that's kind of too bad for this Darryl Godfrey kid, because he did a great job in the first round. Clearly won it, but just came out and just got caught with a nice combination and sent him to the ground.
Do you want to be an Ultimate Fighter? Or do you just want to get in the best shape of your life? Well, come on down to the Ultimate Combat Training Center in Kearns. There's something here for everybody. From hardcore team training to award-winning kids classes to no-contact women's kickboxing. UCTC has assembled the top instructors in boxing, kickboxing, Jiu Jitsu, mixed martial arts, and fitness classes including flamenco, dance, ballet, tone, and breakdancing. For more information, give us a call at 967-5295 or check us out on the web at uceslc.com.
I think the Gobbler's a little nervous in front of the camera there, but he takes care of business in the ring, though.
Lonnie Foster is giving both of these guys some last-minute instructions tonight, and Gobbler's got his face on for this one. He said he wasn't feeling too hot coming in. I don't know, allergies or flu or something, but he's already saying that he's not going to be at the top of his game. We'll see how he looks.
I think he partied too much last night.
That might be, too. Here we go, underway with the first of 3 scheduled 3-minute rounds.
Gobbler wasting no time, getting in there, getting physical, and throwing him to the ground.
Yeah, he came out throwing a good right hand and then immediately took the takedown there.
Gobbler's so compact. He's just a little guy, but man, I've rolled around with this kid. He is strong.
Trying now to get a little better hold on Josh Martinez, and Martinez makes his way to his feet now, but finds himself right on his back again.
Kind of one of the things with I think that's the end of the fight there. Lonnie's going to stop that one.
No holds barred action tonight of the Ultimate Combat Experience, and first up in the red corner is Chris Rossiter.
Chris Rossiter's got an extensive submission fighting background. Used to train at Pedro Sowers. Now he's up with Griffin Reno up at the Walt Bayless system. One of the favorites in this stacked division here.
Both of these guys look like they are well fit. Brannon Melendez will be his opponent and gets a little cheer from the crowd as he steps into the blue corner.
Brandon's an independent fighter, but it looks like he's got Tim Wilde and Donnie Raines, 2 very good fighters themselves, working his corner there.
3 3-minute rounds scheduled as always for no holds barred. Lonnie Foster is our referee, and we are underway. Oh, there's a big right hand from Melendez, but doesn't look like it hurt Chris Rossiter much.
Got some wild technique there.
Man, both of these guys are just wailing away on each other.
I'll tell you what, one of those lands.
Rossiter, oh my goodness, look at that.
That was probably the best knockout we've seen. He's out. He's done.
Lonnie cannot help him get up off of the mat. Chris Rossiter is out like a light.
Not quite sure where he's at this point.
Oh,
I'm sure.
my goodness. And Lonnie with a bit of a grin on his face, talking to Chris, letting him know, no, the fight's over, buddy. You can go sit down.
Chris still wants to fight. I don't think he remembers actually taking that shot. I've been there actually before. It's an interesting feeling.
Give me a cold bottle of water. Put it on the back of his neck.
Asking for a little water.
Is that it?
I'll tell you, let me tell you.
How did you get that? Chris Rossiter asking our fight doctor, is that it? Evidently it is, and there's our winner, Brannon Melendez.
If you like what you saw this week, we got a lot more of it. Next, we're going to come back and we're just going to kind of move on through the history of the UC. And believe me, we got tons of knockouts. You want to tune in next week for the Ultimate Combat Experience KO Edition.